Welcome to this explainer. It's pretty wild how a tiny, everyday annoyance, something as simple as a rough tooth, can actually be hiding a massive medical battle. Today, we're diving straight into exactly how early warning signs of oral cancer are missed. We're going to follow the recent, honestly harrowing diagnosis of a well known reality television star to figure out what happened, and more importantly, what you can do to protect yourself. So let's start with a situation pretty much all of us can relate to. You get a persistent little sore in your mouth, and you just naturally assume it's irritation from a sharp tooth, right? Well, that is exactly what Jeana Keough, one of the original stars of The Real Housewives of Orange County, did. She noticed a sore spot on her tongue while visiting family down in Florida. Figuring it was just a minor dental nuisance, she actually went to the dentist multiple times to have a tooth filed down. She was completely, blissfully unaware of the serious medical condition that was taking root. Her daughter, Kara Bosworth, really hit the nail on the head when she called it a fight nobody saw coming. I mean, imagine the absolute shock. It wasn't a rough tooth at all. At 70 years old, her mother was suddenly facing stage 4 squamous cell carcinoma of the tongue. What the family originally hoped was just going to be a straightforward one-time surgery quickly spiraled into a full-blown cancer battle once doctors discovered it had already spread to her nearby lymph nodes. It is honestly terrifying how easily these early warning signs just slip under the radar. What started as a seemingly minor irritation dragged on and on into nearly a year of misdiagnosis. When Kara actually sat down and asked her mom how long the sore had been there, Jeana realized it had been close to 12 months. 12 months. That lost time is the critical factor in why oral cancers are so frequently caught late. And because of that lost time, Keough is now enduring a really grueling reality. She is currently in her 5th week of chemotherapy, radiation, and immunotherapy. This is an incredibly intensive combination, and it's left her absolutely exhausted. The severe pain in her mouth and throat makes it super difficult just to eat and stay nourished. Plus, the sheer physical toll of the treatment has forced her to step completely away from her commission-based real estate career. So, let's zoom out for a second and look at the broader picture here. The American Cancer Society notes that over 90% of mouth cancers are squamous cell carcinomas. And while the average age of diagnosis is 64 and men are twice as likely to get this, 1 in 5 cases happens in people under 55. Keough's case is a major wake-up call that even though certain demographics are at a higher risk, absolutely no one is entirely immune to this. Beyond just the medical data, what's really fascinating is how the public has reacted to her family's GoFundMe campaign. It's really split into 2 very distinct conversations. On one hand, you have this incredible outpouring of emotional support and well wishes. But on the other hand, it sparked a really sobering debate on the financial realities of U.S. healthcare. People are pointing out that a longtime television personality and successful real estate agent still found it necessary to crowdfund her cancer treatment after having to stop working. We are literally seeing 2 entirely different public reactions stemming from the exact same event. But bringing it back to the medical side of things, and this is absolutely crucial, the National Cancer Institute tracks a pretty terrifying reality for these types of cancers. When caught early and localized, the 5-year survival rate is fantastic, nearly 87%. But once that cancer spreads to distant parts of the body, that number plummets to just over 39%. That is a massive, massive drop. And it's exactly why early detection isn't just a good idea. It is absolutely vital. So what can we actually take away from all this to protect ourselves? Well, it boils down to 3 really simple, actionable steps. First, track it. Write down the exact date you notice a mouth sore on your calendar or in your phone, because let's face it, human beings are terrible at estimating time. Second, skip the guesswork. If a dentist files a tooth and the sore isn't noticeably better in 2 weeks, ask directly for a biopsy. Just advocate for yourself. And third, never, ever dismiss new lymph node swelling in your neck or jaw. If a sore sticks around beyond 2 to 3 weeks, just go get it checked immediately. I want to leave you with this one final thought. We brush off minor aches and pains every single day, right? It's just part of life. But are we actively ignoring the small warning signs our bodies are desperately trying to give us? The sore that seems way too small to mention is usually exactly the one worth mentioning to a doctor. So what might happen, or better yet, what might you prevent if you finally decide to speak up and get it checked today?